What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk with N-Dub, where I'm your host, N-Dub, Nathan Webster, and I'm excited to talk it up with you for episode 147, where your price should not be overlooked. Now, this is a Branding 101 special. Now, I haven't done the Branding 101 special, and man, I would love to make this 5 minutes. I'm going to make it a little bit under 10 minutes, but let me not be rude, okay? What's up to my first-time listeners? Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for coming on to the show. I definitely appreciate you. And for my worldwide, I wanted to just say my fam. But you are my fam, okay? I appreciate you downloading and rocking with me as I drop these diamonds. I appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. Absolutely. And this episode is really for you because when I was thinking about all these things that's happening in the world, and I haven't talked about current events yet, but I will in the next couple of episodes because there's still some dust settling from all these issues that are going on, and it's just not regular issues either. You know, it's getting juicy. But this is where something that I wanted to touch upon before I go into current events, because one of the core elements of the 4Ps or 5Ps, I even want to go into the 4Ps of marketing, which is we say product, price, place, and promotion. Price is that core element. The other P, if you want to go to 5 Ps, is people, which could be customers, all right? With that second P, that price, here's where it's really important for you to understand because it has everything to do with what you should be considering as a business owner, or because if you're a small business or entrepreneur, or if you are a solopreneur, I understand that you doing the marketing, so that makes sense. But if you are a marketing leader or you are in a small company, I know bigger companies, not necessarily that it's not as big of an issue, but with smaller companies it is. But price is something that's really important because when it comes to branding is not getting the sale, as I've talked about before. Branding is about the long-term play. This is the long-term goal. This is ensuring that the vision of the company not just only stays afloat like we're treading water, but we're also making ground. Amazon is really, truly the best example of it. I hate to always use them for examples, but especially with all, they're like the giant, right? And, I support the giant, and there's nothing wrong with that. When we talk about other issues when it comes to ethics or how they treat their employees or where certain money gets spent, that's where, I kind of have some issues with it, but that's my own issue. That's not about the marketing, so to speak, okay? Now, when it comes to marketing and branding, here's where sometimes folks put it all in one bucket. Please don't do that when it comes to this branding 101 lesson. Price. So when it comes to your price, you need to ensure that the cost, branding, not selling, okay? Marketing, we talk about that, right? About let's use a funnel. That marketing to sales becomes a big deal. Now, how does that become a big deal, or why is it a big deal, Nathan? Nathan, why you keep on mentioning? I haven't heard anything cancel. Here you go. That cost should be as low as possible as you can get it. Now, when we first start, we have the cost that's not very far from what we pay for. But as you grow the business, as you grow to where the business is becoming more like the vision, ideally, here's where you see my eyes. I know sometimes it can be small, but I want you to understand that cost needs to go down so you can buy other things to improve for your brand. Part of that is collaboration. Part of that is partnership. Part of that is also for your client growth. Part of that also is employee growth. Your brand has to be strong enough to withstand and endure the difficult, tumultuous times that some of like what the economy is going through now is becoming a big deal. But the branding 101 piece is for you to understand that your brand should have a strategy. Your price point is high enough with the margin to where you can continue on doing not only what you need to do, but also what you want to do for your growth. Because growth costs money. Growth is not cheap. You can undercapitalize undercapitalized when you say, I'm going to build this new service or this new product. Well, that's a new business model. Before you reach a break even, that profitability could be a couple of years out. So when you're growing, your price point needs to be able to endure and handle those issues, right? I don't know what those issues may be. It could be distribution, it could be location, it could be marketing, it could be your employees. You just never know, right? So here's where that price, you should be moving that price as you get better, as your product is getting in the hands or your service is being uh, serviced in other rooms, other places, maybe in the country, state, whatever the case may be. What I want you to start visualizing is how can you afford to grow when your prices stay the same? I said earlier, when it's just a little bit over the cost that you pay for it. You have to increase those prices so that you can scale so you're not undercapitalized. You want to be able to use the profits when I talk about collaboration to where you can work with others and have your team work with others. Because let's say it's just not you. You have a team and you're not going to use money. Use the labor cost, right? The labor cost sometimes is one of the most expensive for distribution costs, right? Maybe you want to have not just a collaboration, but you want to do a partnership with a company that costs money to hold an event. Well, that event costs money because maybe you said we're going to do more than partner, like you being a speaker. Maybe you're also going to sponsor. Well, that costs money too. Well, do you have enough from your sales to then go ahead and do that collaboration, that partnership, that sponsorship? Or, in another flip side of scaling, are you able to hire either a temporary worker or can you even hire an intern, right? Let's start with an intern. Then can you get a temporary worker? Can you get a contractor? What about a full-time employee? I'll be very frank with you. I used to manage retail, and I've had employees, and employees are hard. So I work with subcontractors, other business owners, because they're like-minded. Now, at some point, I'm going to need to hire employees, but I'm not at that point yet. So when it comes to you putting that price point in alignment with where you're going, this is the marketing strategy I was talking about a few episodes that you just can't like brush underneath the carpet unless you got money, like money tucked inside. Hey, good for you, good for you, good for you. You can afford that. But for those that don't, you need to ensure that you are still bumping up the price because every time, let's say it could be a quarter where you're like, man, I had to add this, add that, where it's not just learning because you have to learn how to get better, right? But when you improve the product, you improve the brand. The brand is the experience that the customer will begin to feel like, ooh, I don't ever have to worry about you. I don't have to worry about this because you got it. I've proven yourself time and time and time again, and you know it. You'll know it. Not it's not just gonna be like, okay, I helped them or I did this for like X amount of time. You're gonna start getting positive reviews. You're gonna start getting some conversations that have your name in it and someone we that. You're gonna get a couple of emails. Maybe you might get some awards. Well, that's when you are able to justify that bump in price. Okay? So when you do that bump in price, it's like okay, my right here. Be you, baby. Be you. Here's where you are taking what you're doing and you're taking it to the next level in order to do that without feeling constrained or strangled or confined or tied up. You have to continue to put your best foot forward. That you have the cash flow to do so. That's why you cannot underestimate or undercapitalize your time, which comes back to the price. Your price should not be undervalued. All right? So, thank you all for this. So, if you haven't done so already, please rate it, share the podcast, and submit a review if you haven't done so already. I greatly appreciate whatever platform you're listening on. And until next time, I wish you nothing but the best. So, dream big. And to all you out there, God.